The Jupiter system. A mini solar system with over 16 moons. 400 million miles from Earth. Our gas giant guardian holds strange beauty with its flowing colors and spots, but contains violent storms and jet streams. Over history, this ball of gas has been the subject of many myths and stories. Named after a god by the Romans. Jupiter is 500 million miles from the Sun. A giant sphere of mysteries. This ball of gas may look like CG rendering, but it is the real thing. Composed of almost 85% hydrogen and 10% helium. The two lightest and abundant elements in the universe joint in a massive mix. Its diameter is around 90,000 miles. That is 11 times Earth's diameter. You can put 11 Earths inside Jupiter comfortably. 70% of the mass of all the planets in the solar system is in Jupiter. A day on Jupiter is 9.9 hours long. And it needs around 12 years to orbit the Sun. Exploring Jupiter could be NASA's most daring mission to date. It is a hostile place with extreme temperatures and an intense electromagnetic radiation that could kill any organic being in an instant. Jupiter is made of gas, so there is no solid surface on which to land and walk around on. That is one of the challenges humans have, to actually go to the planet. But what if we could go there? We would need a special kind of balloons, because Jupiter's atmosphere is mainly hydrogen, the lightest element. So the only thing that would float in a cold hydrogen atmosphere is hot hydrogen. And that is extremely hazardous way of traveling in such an atmosphere. How this giant was born is a puzzle to astronomers. Some believe that Jupiter is a failed star, like the Sun. It had the right ingredients but not enough mass to create an internal pressure and temperature necessary to have nuclear fusion. So it became a planet instead. This theory proposed that like most solar systems in the galaxy, our system is binary, two suns. But most of the mass went to the Sun with little left for Jupiter to ignite. And the little leftovers made the rest of the planets. This planet is considered the big boy on the block. With its massive gravity it can divert away or swallow most of the objects that flew nearby, and protecting the inner planets from them, by cleaning out the path where these planets orbit around the Sun. Earth probably owed its existence to Jupiter. In fact, scientists have observed this happening back in July 1994, when a comet called Shoemaker-Levy 9 was caught under Jupiter's gravitational pull and broke into pieces that crashed on the planet at a speed of 37 miles per second. One of the fireball generated by the collision flared 18,000 miles into space. Had Earth was the target, it would have been similar to the collision that wiped out the dinosaurs 60 million years ago. That crash would have generated energy 20 times more powerful than the entire world arsenal of bombs. Without Jupiter we would have no idea where this comet was going to crash. The wonders of Jupiter is hard to comprehend, they captivated mankind for centuries. But it was Galileo who made the first recorded observation of the Jupiter system back in 1610. 5 years after that, Jupiter's most fascinating feature was discovered. Its giant red eye. That was actually the eye of an enormous storm that has raged for 300 years. It is so huge it could easily put the entire Earth inside of it. But unlike storms on Earth which feed on water, This storm is fueled by an atmospheric volcano. Warm gases rises from deep inside the planet trying to escape the pressure, creating a vortex that fuels this gigantic storm. Some of Jupiter's mysteries aren't only on the surface, but orbiting around it. It has 69 known natural satellites. Some of these moons are the size of planets. Thanks to Jupiter's gravitational pull, there is order in this small system. 4 of these moons were discovered by Galileo and named after the god Jupiter's lovers, Io, Ganymede, Callisto and Europa. Io is very active place with a lot of volcanoes going off all the time, shooting out magma 200 miles into space. Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system, 5 times the size of our moon. Callisto is a rocky world full of impact craters, indicating a violent history. And Europa, the most mysterious moon of them all. It is smooth and glassy. Scientists almost convinced that under the thick frozen surface, there is liquid water beneath. It is the only place in the solar system that we know have liquid water in large quantities. Europa may even have warm thermal vents deep below its frozen crust. That is a formula that can sustain life. But if it does, it would have only primitive life forms, like bacteria or viruses. But we can never know until we actually go there and start digging. The most impressive features of Jupiter is the one we cannot see. The huge magnetic field. A 450 million miles long bubble, buzzing with electrically charged particles. Jupiter's magnetosphere is the biggest object in the solar system. A lot bigger than the Sun itself. It reaches the outer ring of Saturn. If it were visible, it would look many times bigger than the Moon looking from Earth. Jupiter is the giant of our solar system, the mammoth of all planets. But most important, the guardian angel of our beloved Earth.